Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble, and happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you've had a much better day than I have. Let's just say it was definitely a day ending in Y. And we are loaded up into LOTRO. It looks like there's some sort of event going on. The Treasure Boogan event. So, let's see. Theodore Goris can be found within any of these instances, and it names a whole bunch of instances. And it looks like they are all instances that you require multiple people for. Drive-by, what a day. Hail all. Happy Thursday, looking good. Well, thank you. I'm looking through these. Yeah, there's nothing in here that Thormurn can do on his own. So, and it does not look like he'll be getting these tokens. Well, that's too bad. I have no clue what they're about, but it's definitely not something that Thormurn's capable of. But yeah, it was a day, and now we are going to enjoy some LOTRO. Also, I guess this week's sales are they? About crafting stuff, I believe. Yes, so crafting guild access, ingredient packs, crafting accelerators, rapid craft, crafting tiers, recipe book. Those are all on sale this week for 20% off. Woohoo! Sorry, but not the most exciting sale I've ever seen. The weekly coupon is for a free indigo dye. And if you're interested in that, the coupon code is Blue Skies. Don't forget, all capital letters. But yes, that is Blue Skies. Again, not really sure I'm all that excited about that, but that's because Thormurn's a scholar. He can make dyes whenever he wants, and in fact, I'm pretty sure he can make indigo dye. Let's find out. Okay. Color. To go. Dye. Yep, he can make indigo dyes all day long. So, do not need. But like I said, if you want a free indigo dye, Blue Skies is the code. And I think before we get started, in Dunland proper, we're going to do a skirmish. So we'll go down here. Oh, that's right. Thormurn needs to make some, Oh, look, good lord. Thormurn's bags are so full. Alright, before we do a single thing, we need to empty his bags out and make him a couple of things. So, for y'all that might be interested in the crafting process, as soon as I find the crafting hall around here, we're going to learn a little bit. Crafting hall should be one of these halls around here, but since I seem to be totally lost, that is the vault, the auctioneer. Ah, right here. So this is the crafting hall. And we were actually going the right way for it, and I turned around. What an idiot, right? So it should be right here. Should also have a vault keeper and somebody I could sell to. So there's our somebody to sell to.
What do you have to trade?
Start with repairs. And get rid of a bunch of junk. Does anybody else had that kind of day that by the time you get done, you're like, oh man, I am so glad that's over. Want to pull your hair out? Yeah, it's been that kind of day. We have more than enough broken metal clubs at this point. I think that's pretty much everything. I did not want to open that. Thank you very much. My mouse is also acting up. I think it needs to be charged or something. Vault Keeper. Hello, Vault Keeper.
I have not seen your kind before.
I've not seen your kind before, except you probably have seen 100 of my kind over just the past month. If not thousands. Now, Thormurn required. Well, he's still got plenty of light oils, so we don't have to worry about that. But does need battle lore. What we can do at the supreme level. Supreme battle lore. We need etchings of Moria, which come from tattered Kazul parchment. So, etchings of Moria. Well, we have plenty of etchings of Moria. And if we want to crit, just gets us more of them. We need bright lamps. Should have a small crafting carryall. Let's see if he has any bright lamps in it. Has a few, not many. Well, we might as well make use of them. Anything else he could use? But he would usually have fire oils here. No. I think it's under potions. No. Which he does not seem to be able to make at supreme level. Of course not. So, doubt he can make them at Westfold. No, he can make potent fire oil. Half of weathered, whatever. Weathered tech. Weathered Dunlanding tech. I don't think he has any scrolls of insight. Yes, he does. Alright, so he can make a few of those. So, that is what we're going to focus on. That is our scholar table here. study right here. How many of these do I have left? Cannot tell. Three? Okay, I have 3 of those left. Those are ancient. Way past what we should be using. So we'll go ahead and upgrade those too. We want to 8 battle war, which we might get more of because we're, of course, using lights or candles. We already have 6 of them. Wow. We critted every single one of those. We've critted every single one of those. That's a rarity. We do not have a 100% crit rate here. Just saying. Oh, we'd missed one. So we are up to 22 of those. Awesome. Now, we'll do the same thing with the warding lore. These are going to be not a ton, but it's 63 physical and 63 tactical mitigation, but it will last for 40 minutes. Oh, and I forgot to, there. I forgot to use the candles. Okay, you can start making some now. We're going to put those here. And we'll unlock the old ones because we can get rid of them now. We have 9 of those. We have 22 of those. Oh, sorry. We have 15 of those now. So if we do 2 more, we should be about neck and neck. Well, we would have been if we had crit it both times. Okay, now we have exactly the same amount of both. Awesome. Okay, so the other thing I said we needed was the potent fire oil. What are we using for light oil? Refined, 15 minutes. Potent would be 25 minutes, but we have so many of the refined, we'll just keep using them. Fire oil, on the other hand, we have none. Need Lord's Blast Vial.
Sleep often escapes me, for the night shadows bring fear.
Lord's Blast Vial. Ah! Craft ingredient. And then right here. Now, since we want to buy more than just one, go under buy quantity, and you can select to buy up to 500 of an item. We don't need that many. 10 will be sufficient. For now. Thank you, lady. We don't have any inscribed notes on us. I'm not going to go dig for them. We're just going to make and hope for the best. Oh, right off the bat, we crit one. 2. 3. 'Kay, we missed 1. 4. 'Oh, can we crit the last 2? Let's find out. Nope. Yep. I'm sorry, last 3. Okay, so out of 10, we got 5 crits, which is a 50% rate. Although our critical chance is 25%, I think we did pretty good. And we ended up with an extra 5. Wow, we have 45 of them total. I think that's more than plenty. Alright, let's go put up our junk, shall we?
You're welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
Now, this is supposed to auto-gather, but it did not. Okay, we want to keep those, and we want to sell those.
I have not seen your kind before.
Wrong one. Rouse the shop.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
Translation. When you leaving, Devodiad? Alright, that was the one I wanted to sell. First, final step, now that we have all these nice new things, is to slot them in the bar so we remember to use them consistently. That's how I'm remembering to use everything consistently, is by slotting it in the bar. Go to quick slot, unlock the quick slot bar. Okay, light oil's already slotted, so we put in that. Ancient warding lore replaced with supreme warding lore. And, no, don't use that yet. It's like supreme battle lore is already slotted, so that must have been there. Okay, he's good to go. Definitely needs to do some more crafting, get all that stuff up, but that little bit, that we'll call that good for the moment. Need to go back this way. And right there is our skirmish camp. If we want to be here, just in case we need anything. And also because there's a vendor here we can sell stuff to. Alright. What skirmish should we do? I am feeling like since we're starting in Dunland, we should do the one skirmish that takes place in Dunland. So, what do you say? Storm on Methedras? I think so. While the Grey Company journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlanding hag named Gwillian, called the Old Woman of the Mountain. She sought to raise an army of ancient evil to aid the White Hand against Rohan. It was our duty, Amlon and I, to keep her at bay.
While the Grey Company journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlanding hag named Gwillian, called the Old Woman of the Mountain. She sought to raise an army of ancient evil to aid the White Hand against Rohan. It was our duty, Amlon's and mine, to keep her at bay.
Alright. Théoden. In the Windfells of Enedwaith, we first encountered the hag Gwillian. There she was using her evil powers to summon fell spirits in the form of Drogovar, Kusral, and Cunnanan to build an army of ancient evil to the aid of Saruman. Then, in the Graven Wood below, we hindered her efforts to create a host of wights. Long have we hounded the Old Woman of the Mountain, and now we have her cornered. It is our duty to remain here and try to hinder her efforts. If she should succeed, all manner of foul demons shall come to the aid of Saruman against Rohan. The Boar clan of Dunland understands that this is not to the benefit of their people, and have sent mystics to try and counter the old woman's spells, should she try to turn them against us. Thormurn, go forward and claim the gate to the outer courtyard. Almlon and I will stay with the Boar clan mystics until the point is secure. Go now, and may the Valor protect you. Alright, Théoden. Oh, the zealot of pain. What a pain in the butt. Whoa. There we go. Thank you, Stone, for and keeping me safe when I was wool gathering and staring up at the sky and the ground and everything but what I was doing. And we wait for their arrival, the gates open. I aggro a bunch of stuff and hope for the best. There, that's a little better. At least we can see what we're aggroing now. Aggro some more stuff. Again, hope for the best. We're aggroing extra stuff to get it out of the way. which is what we're doing here. Otherwise, they wouldn't help me with the extra stuff. Alright, there's another counterattack. Bring this back here, because they're supposed to be helping. There we go. Y'all can do something, but hang back here and sit on your butt, having a coffee break. Dang, stone is tough as nails. He's been taking a beating for a while now. He definitely done a lot more work than the rangers that we're supposed to be working with. I got one more mob. Oh, and I'll be honest, the problem I'm having with looking up at the sky and down at the ground, it's me forgetting that I do not have to control my character like I do in Guild Wars 2. I do not have to hold the right mouse button when moving. That's a Guild Wars 2 thing. Alright, we just brought a whole mess of stuff for y'all to play with. I'm about to bring a whole bigger mess of stuff for y'all to play with. Oh look, I got knocked out. Very good. Oh, my mouse is not working. That's not good. There we go. Better. Ah. Well, that could have gone better, but it could have gone a lot worse. pretty much cleared out this section. We might as well grab the last couple. And here comes Gwillian's lieutenant. Oh, that one. Check this guy out. He's a K-Rog. He was a K-Rog. And he blows up into little pieces. And, yep, we've cleared this. The only thing we got left is Gwillian and her pet. Ekred. Her pet is named Ekred. Ouch. Oh, we're not doing well. And I got no way to pause. It's not a good place for the mouse to be failing me. Oh! I died. You defeated the... Okay. Well, they got the dragon without my help. And Gwillian's down. Well, mouse issues aside, we managed that quite nicely. Anything else I need to loot? Yeah, her body. We don't need to loot the dragon. Whatever it had would have been useful during the final fight, but we died.
You are ill-equipped to venture into these lands.
Ill-equipped? No, but maybe not so wise all the time. Blazoned. Well, we can break that for some ancient scripts and powered wizardry. Not something we'll be using. Anything else I need to sell? No. Well, I think we covered our cost of repairs at least. Alright, we're gonna see options. Input. Camera aligns the slopes. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Reset camera when moving. Enabled this option will cause the camera to smoothly recoil behind your character when you start moving. When disabled, the camera will remain where you left it, even while moving your character. Try that. A little more weeby bobby than I'm used to, but hey, whatever works, right? Now we need to collect lumber. There are also some quests around the camp. Probably start thinking about using or doing. And I called it a camp. This is not a camp. This is actual city. It's actually a major hub in Dunland. I'm gonna have to get used to this following the slope and everything. Definitely not something I'm familiar with. And if anybody finds it too bobby, you know, too much movement, let me know. I'll turn it back off. That ring over there. Oh, Moat and Ember Craft Trader. Okay, don't need that. There's a couple of people here, which apparently we can't interact with yet. I think before we interact with any of these people, we need to start over here. How bobby weeby this is if I get on my horse. You swear I'd never been in this place before, but I promise you I have. And yet I keep getting turned around. There's Katrin. There it is. Ruthless Tom. A traveler wishes to gain access to Galtrev. Tell me, why should the White Hand wave you into Thormurn's most productive new village? Galtrev is home to many wonders and conveniences that cannot be found anywhere else in Dunland, but only laborers and workers and close allies of Thormurn may come in here now. If you enter, you are to find work immediately. Travelers will find no easy accommodations here. Report instead to each of the overseers in town. The supply lines are blocked, our shipment is late, and I will not answer for the failures of my inferiors. Yeah, that's a half-orc, by the way. I don't know what the heck a half-orc's doing here, but he don't belong here. A recruit for the labor force. I don't like the looks of you, but we will take what allies we can. The White Hand does not discriminate. This is my work area here, staffed by incompetent mongrels, as you can see. If you want to work for me, I'll have you know that I am completely blocked by the second overseer. His supply has been held up all day, and I can't make any progress without him. Go find out what's keeping that shipment, and be quick about it. How about you... Well, I would say it, but it would be incredibly rude. Who do you think you are, bullying me about my shipment schedule? The insolence of some folk these days. The third station hasn't sent over anything today, and we can't even get started. If you want to make yourself useful, go find out what is holding them up. Yeah, I don't know why we're helping out a bunch of half-orcs, except, you know, reasons. Now we need to find the third overseer. Which is apparently the other direction. Ah, right. He's up in here somewhere, I believe. Yep. Are you questioning me? Who are you anyway? I haven't seen you around these parts and you don't look like one of the clansmen. Whoever you are, you can tell the gatekeepers that we will have their shipment ready. If the fourth station ever comes through with their promises, I don't know what those sluggards are about making us wait so long. Now, this is the fourth station. Flint Ironheart. Hey, one of them actually has a name. I know everything is held up. You don't have to remind me, whoever you are. These lazy fools who work for me can't seem to do anything right, and I can't punish them fast enough to fix matters. I don't know why our great lord would wish to ally himself with such feeble, incompetent folk. They would be more useful as food for the Urks than as suppliers and warriors. Looks like you have just volunteered to flog these useless mules until the supply lines are running smoothly again. If the guard sent you here to join the labor force, then you have come to the right place. We are hopelessly behind, as you see, and blocking the entire day's supply chain. Here is your first task. Go flog, beat, and torture the workers until they are productive again. I want them working twice as fast. I want them doubling their production. If they still don't work, kill them and take their place. If you can manage to get them working today, you will likely be welcome to come and go from Galtrev as often as you like. Alright, we're not going to be flogging anybody, but we can certainly help them.
It is not our custom to trust to Goliath, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
This is what happens when you're too generous with people. They borrow all of your nails and never bring any back. I'm out of nails, and the work on the siege engine shall never be finished. Would you be able to go find my missing nails for me? I need to finish assembling this, or else I will not receive any rations today. I did not receive rations yesterday either, and tomorrow I will likely not be able to get out of bed. And you?
The Tuchluth have been destroyed. I pray to the Uchwirat that we will not be next.
So many staves, so many staves. All of these staves you see here must be turned into spears. In fact, they should have been turned into spears hours ago. I do not know what to do. Do you know how to craft spears, Devodiad? I would certainly appreciate the help. I worry about what the Overseer will do if I fail. Well, since we're right here, we might as well get started on spears. We need 14 of them. I forgot how many of these you had to do. Oh, and they respawn too, apparently. Well, I'm not complaining about that. Alright. Thormurn's gonna sit back and do a little whittling here. Didn't say what kind of staffs or spears we had to make, just that they had to be spears. So, they're getting what they get. Because Thormurn has not the first clue how to work wood. I often wondered about that in the game. You get a quest where a character is supposed to have to make something, and yet that character has no clue how to work that craft. I often wondered if it wouldn't have been better to pick, you know, if you're a woodworker, you have to make the spears. But if you're a weaponsmith, you might have to make swords. And if you're a jeweler or a scholar, you would have to make things appropriate to a jeweler or a scholar. I guess that probably would have been a lot of work. I don't know. What do y'all think of that idea? Craft-specific quest. Alright, here's your spears, lady.
Drugavar and Kunanoon hunt at night.
I cannot believe it. You have put me ahead for today's workload. Thank you. I cannot express the trouble I would have been in had the supply spears not been delivered to the Overseer. Well, hello, random person. I hope you're having fun.
The Turknoth have been destroyed. I pray to the Urkwirad that we will not be next.
Are you a visitor here in Galtrev? I wish you could have seen it before. It was the greatest village in all of Dunland. Now it is not but a labor camp for the White Hand. But all the working men have gone, or perhaps they were taken. The old and the women are left to bear heavy burden. For myself, I cannot even lift the boxes I'm supposed to carry. I'm much too slow for this, and I'm always falling behind. Deliver the first box of supplies to the first work site's overseer. Alright. So it looks like we're being delivery boy. The first work site's overseer. And like I said, I promise you, I have been here before. But you can't tell by the way I keep getting lost. I like the names. I'd steal one of these names for another character. Package has been delivered to the Overseer. But while we're out this way, we might as well pick up a whole bunch of nails. I can just imagine a Thormurn having to face a Dwarven council later. So, Thormurn, why did you decide to become a lackey for the White Guard during this particular quest? Well, funny you should ask. It's a long story. There's a camp site here. The hunter's camp. So if I wanted to, I could find Thormurn here and quickly get back to Galtrev. don't think he has a port to Galtrev yet. I'll have to check later. Don't think he's going to get that for a little bit. Missing 4 nails now. Heavy box. That Baby Arrow is still there. That's a cute name, Baby Arrow. And if you can hear her, say hello to Miss Carol, who, of course, has things to say, and she will say them right now. Okay, so that package is delivered. Pretty bad when you're using another player's character as a landmark. Okay, close that. You. Actually remembered where this one was. There should be a couple nails up here, if I remember right. Maybe not. To the guard at the west gate. Wait. Over here. Oh, other gate. Not the west gate. Okay, I'm going the right way now. I believe. I might be going the wrong way. Nope, I'm going the right way, I think. Yep, I'm going the right way. Package has been delivered. Alright, so all the packages have been delivered. We need to find 2 more sets of nails. Ah, there's one. And there's the other. Okay, so that's done and done. There's your nails.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
My nails. So many. I did not know that many had gone missing. This was surely but a small task for an adventurer like yourself, but you have helped me greatly. Ah, thank you. What a kind soul you must be to help this foolish people here at Galtrev. Once I might have been able to show you proper hospitality. Now, alas, all I can offer you is friendship, little though it is worth. Well, I think it's worth a great deal. So, thank you. Especially considering Dunlenders don't just hand out friendship like candy. You're not so bad, Thormurn. Has anyone ever told you that before? When I whip these sluggards, I could swear they're even less productive than before. Someday, you should show me your flogging techniques. They seem to be most effective. Well, get moving, find more work so I can finally finish that nap. The servant of Saruman is better pleased with the day's progress. I bet he is. What a relief it is to have such a kindly traveler in Galtrev. Flint Ironheart is finally distracted. Perhaps now I can rest. Got light armor. This medium armor. Agility, 28 vitality. That's pretty good. 145 finesse, 122 evade. Probably won't use it, but I will grab it.
The old woman of the mountain says we should not trust Vodiad.
You have done a great service to us by helping with the labor, Thormurn. So I will try to help you as well. Perhaps I can give you news that will be of interest to you. You asked Gotham what manner of goods were in those boxes and where they were headed. Oh, well, I know that Saruman has rallied the White Hand servants to oversee the delivery of the weapons and goods that are manufactured in Dunland. I can only imagine that these items are going to supply a great war. You are free to peek into the boxes if you wish, but do not let the white hand see you at it. So we have to examine the contents of crates. I don't think I've ever had any problem with the white hand seeing me do this. That doesn't mean I'm just going to go flaunt my looking at it in front of them, but I still don't think I've actually had any issues with it. That's a mailbox. Where are all these boxes? All over the place, because of course they are. I think this quest is meant specifically to familiarize somebody with Galtrev. They put them all over the place, and they didn't necessarily have to. I mean, here's the barber, the crafting hall, the skirmish camp. There's a shipment up here, and it's where, oh, we got some crafting services here. Not many. Milestones in here. Various vendors. So like I said, as you're looking for them, you're going, oh, that's here. Alright, that's 6 down. There are a lot of goods flowing to Isengard from Galtrev, if you hadn't noticed. Like, a ton of them. We don't need to go up there, I don't think. Thormurn just coming up as bold as you please and looking at everything. Ruthless Tom. Alright, we'll talk to them as soon as we are done out here doing that stuff for old Katrin. Which we should probably focus on instead of the quest marker constantly trying to lead me back into Galtrev. Pretty area. There's a whole mess of boar down there. Yes, they had good hunting. It also explained why they're called the Boar Clan. And wolves. Which are kind of surprising that the wolves don't attack the boar, or vice versa. Excuse me. Rude. New deed, Craven Slayer. And apparently that was tame. But, oh well, we killed one. New deed, Warg Slayer. Now, why am I not finding what I'm looking for? I really kind of want to be that way. That's why. Oh, dramatic music is dramatic. Here's a question for y'all. You can leave a comment if you catch this after the fact. What's your favorite piece of music in a video game? Kind of curious. I mean, we all know that I'm real fond of Chance Thomas's work, especially his LOTRO stuff. Although it's not the only thing I absolutely love. I do love the music in Lion's Arch and Guild Wars 2. Love the theme song from Diablo 2. And this guy will have a quest for us at some point. He doesn't currently. This is the place I've been looking for. The Galtrev lumber camp. And if you're worried about we're killing some of the townspeople here, these are actually Dragon Clan. So these are Dragluth. Ah! Stupid boar. There, dinner is served. Alright, that did it for the axes. I was gonna say, hopefully we have enough bag space for that. Find the pond. Well, I have 2 eyeballs, I can see the pond. Water here is a suitable location for dumping the axes. Okay, the lumber axes fall beneath the surface of the water. Now, I figure by the time they find them, they will not have had a chance to rust, but it's still going to slow them down a tiny bit. I will not die at your hands, Devodiad, as I kill you. Around here, that guy with the wagon. But of course I don't remember where he is now. Oh well, we're not going to worry about it too much right now. The Candaith is supposed to be running Galtrev is the Ox clan, which are being pretty much oppressed by the Dragluth and by Thormurn and his half-orc. Katrin, hello. My clan is that of the Falcon. Now, she's part of the Falcon clan, which is a whole different clan. But, apparently they get along with the Ox clan.
You caused some trouble out there, I trust, huh? Good.
Wood from the lumber camp has already been collected and is being stored in the upper village until it can be carted south. Take this torch and burn the wood piles. That will make them scurry. Okay, I will be back for that in just a second, lady. Talk to somebody else first. Did you find what you were looking for, Thormurn? It seems clear to me that our people are fueling a great war. The young men go the same way as those crates you see. Thormurn promises that the lands of Rohan will be returned to us, but the horse lords are vicious foes. Now, I'm not getting in the middle of your war with Rohan. We need to hurry our behinds up. And of course, on the way past, we see some more quests, because of course we do. And I'm supposed to burn 3 piles. I can't remember if this will burn all 3 or not. I love how they just stand there and let me set a torch to the wood and then start screaming about it after I've left. Well, that would be a 4 drop. Let's not go that way. And I also like how they have buckets of water at the ready. Like, this is not the first time this has happened. Like, old Katrin has sent others to do this before, too. Because she's a sly old lady. There you are.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, you are a treat, my new friend.
Katrin cackles with delight. The Hebogluth, the Falcon clan, stands against Saruman and seeks to cause trouble for those who side with him. I think you will be a comfort to us, and perhaps we to you and yours. We got some medium armor here. That is somewhat better than what we're using. That's light. That's also medium. Okay, physical mastery and resistance. Physical mastery and critical rating. So everything else is the same on those two except for that last stat. I think I'm gonna go with the one with the resistance.
The clans of Dunland have a proud history, and none prouder than the Falcon.
The clans of Dunland have a proud history, Thormurn, and none prouder than the Falcon. Weaker clans have forgotten where they came from, forgotten their honor, but not my people. But dangers press on us from all sides. Good people live here in Galtrev and through Prin Gwyd, and they must be protected. Their ills cured. Once you have aided the people Pringwid to your satisfaction, go to Termorva and Talmud Bedras. The people of the Falcon will be glad to have your help. Termorva is to the east of here, beyond the Graven Wood. So it says to aid people here as much as possible and then move on to the next area. Alright, so I guess we're gonna do a loop and see what we can find. I know I did see a couple of rings on the way up to burning those piles.
Many foul things dwell in the shadows. I fear wolves will be the least of our troubles.
Pardon, Devodiad, but may I speak with you for a second? Please, this must be quiet. I need your help. The daily wood shipment from the Galtrev lumber camp is late, and I fear for the well-being of the driver, Freyed, upon his return. I heard the overseer of Isengard whispering that he would be sorely punished for this delay. This Freyed? Okay, that was the guy we found hiding.
Even the Uchluth have need of help on occasion.
Where could he be? He has never been this late before. Luned suddenly seems to notice your presence. You, Devodiad, are you going east out of Galtrev anytime soon? If you are, could you look for my friend Leoland? He ventured out onto the road early this morning and has not yet returned. His excursions to gather supplies never take this long. Alright. Well, I get the feeling that's not going to turn out very well. Let's see. Let's search for Leoland first. And if he's anywhere in this mess of wolves, it's probably too late. Even the boar are probably suspect. Although that's not a wolf. That's a warg. So that's really bad news for this guy if he's this way. Discovered the Howling Cavern. And a warg handing over a mauled corpse. The warg that did this evil deed has been defeated, but revenge cannot bring back the dead. Yep. Her friend is dead. Is what I figured we were gonna find. Oh, hello. Trained warg. Trained warg number 5487. Where's this guy? Found him once. So he's near lumber camp. Wait, is that him over there? Might be. There he is. Hiding behind this broken...
It is not our custom to trust Devodiad, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
So much lumber was stolen when these horned thieves attacked. If I do not get it back, I will not be able to deliver the full shipment to Galtrev. Please help me recover the stolen wood stacks, Thormurn. I am very afraid of the punishment the overseers have in store for me.
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here.
Help, Devodiad. It was the Dragon Clan, those fiends. They have grown bold of late, probably because the young men and warriors went away. This is meant to be the daily wood shipment, but as you can see, there has been an attack. Curse the Dragluth. Alright. We gotta go steal back some wood and take care of a few Dragluth. Well, we can do that. any, not quite halfway done yet. And random corpse. Now, don't ask me where Thormurn is carrying all this wood at. Alright, so go back to this guy. Kill a couple more of these Drake loose, which he will surely not mind. Hello?
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
A brave warrior, stout hunter. You have done well indeed. You do more to protect us than those white-hand guards and overseers in Galtrev.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
You have recovered all the missing lumber. Thank you. You are a true friend.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
Thank you, Thormurn. You were most kind to come and help me. But should not Isengard protect us? That was their promise.
It is not our custom to trust Devodiad, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
Here is another difficulty. I cannot return to Galtrev now. I believe the White-Hand Overseers will beat me for my lateness, or worse. They executed my neighbor for losing an important crate bound for Isengard. I wish to escape Thormurn, but if the wood does not arrive, they will make an example of someone else. Will you deliver it? Yes, I will deliver it. And we can't fight while we're carrying this. We're going to get hit a few times. I probably could have gone another way, but, you know. We have found the Fanged Lair. We have chosen our path unwisely, but even with Thormurn's speed boost, he feels slow right now. You have delivered the wood shipment. He escaped? Good. That is good. They wanted to kill him for his lateness. But it is the Dragon Clan that they should punish. Why do they not defend us when our warriors are gone? Oh. No. So I guess we take what we can sell for the most money, which is the heavy armor piece.
I have not seen your kind before.
It cannot be. No, surely you were mistaken. Wargs in Pringwood? Never. You must be mad. This is terrible. My poor, poor friend. He was a great use to Galtrev, venturing out each morning and returning with goods for the people of this village. But no more.
It is not our custom to trust to Odiad, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
I have sent one of our last remaining scouts out to see if he could discover where that warg may have come from. If they are indeed gathering in the wilds of Pringwood, we must be prepared and ask the White Hand for their protection from this menace. And you, Thormurn, will you help to protect us as well? For Galtrev, you should hunt down any of these monstrous foes that roam in Pringwood. When you're finished, you should meet up with my scout. Alright, so she has a continuing quest. The other guy didn't, because we pretty much did his whole quest chain. We need vendors. Badly! We need vendors!
Do not assume to mislead me, Duvodiad.
Oh, don't worry, I wouldn't dream of it, lady. Do not assume to mislead me, Duvodiad. But hold on to that for the moment. Hold on to that for the moment. I gotta go through all this random bits of armor I've picked up and see if there's anything worth swapping. Oh no, I don't want, I want to break that. I don't want to just sell it. Thormurn's back up to almost 150 gold again. That's always a good thing. Ooh, we do not know that recipe. We do now. Now. Let me check. Skill tokens we have now. 56 of them. You know, we should take him to the festival real quick and see what he can get. We have our milestone bound here, so it's easy to get back. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's head to Bree and see what we can get with our seal tokens, shall we? Because, you know, the festival may end, I think it was June 1st, I said? It still doesn't mean that it's going to last forever. And I can't do that while I'm carrying the torch. So he can't even use his hunter part while carrying the torch. He can do nothing but run around with it, basically. I just saw another ring. Oh well, we'll have to pick it up later. And let's see. Thormurn is actually a little more than halfway to level 75. I'm thinking, I know, a very dangerous habit, right? Oh look, role players. End of the Lost Realm. Must be a role-playing kinship. But, I'm thinking, as I was saying, Thormurn is very, very close to level 75. We might want to take a side trip to Rohan. To see about getting him a war steed. What do y'all think? Do that. So he does not need any more of these torches. He has enough to fulfill the deed. We got him one of these. I think I got him the bandit halberd. He'll be in the bag. Let me check. Yep. I did get him the bandit halberd. So he doesn't need one of those. I got him the fancier version of the the fine dwarf make quiver. So he's got that. We have not gotten him the dwarf make circlet. And it looks alright on him, but quite honestly, I like the one he's currently wearing because it just looks more three-dimensional and much more dwarven. So we'll not worry about the dwarf make circlet. The fine elven circlet, I don't think that would look too great on him. Nah. And besides, you can barely see it on him, so no. Double no. And obviously he doesn't need any pretty dresses. He doesn't look good on him, trust me. Baker's Delight Fireworks. Doable. We also have Green Dragon and Fireworks. And I bet you if we used any of these, they would start deeds. Incandescent Lightning Fireworks. Pouring Pinwheel Fireworks. I really want to try some of these fireworks just for giggles. Dragon and Fireworks. Incandescent Lightning. Baker's Delight Fireworks. I want to see what this incandescent lightning firework looks like, so we're going to grab a few of those. Oh, kind of pretty pinks and goldish greens. Do that again. There we go. Got a better view of them now. Yeah, basically. Kind of pinks and goldish, greenish gold, goldish green. Now, did it actually start a deep, though? No, actually it didn't. So we just use them up and we use them. Cannot do that while moving. There we go. We've entertained people with a firework display. Okay, those were actually rather nice. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like those. Definitely not ones you're gonna make.
Can I help you with something?
So let's go ahead and pick up the Green Dragon Inn ones and the Baker Delight and see what they look like. But I'm thinking the incandescent ones will probably the clear winner. I know we're wasting our steel tokens on silly fireworks. Oh, never mind. Now those were nice. That was the Green Dragon Inn firework. Oh, those are neat. Okay. Now, what about the Baker one? I couldn't really see it. It went up so high. All right. Back up. I think that was in the shape of a three-tiered cake. Hold on. Try that again. Go out a little further. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a three-tiered cake. Not as impressed with that one as the other two. I mean, it's not bad. It would definitely be a nice one for somebody to shoot off for somebody's birthday, for example, but I don't know. Like most of the Baker stuff, it's not really that exciting. Except maybe the tunic and the shoes were nice, but the hat was ridiculous. Okay. So, clear winners of that were, number 1, the Green Dragon Inn fireworks. And number 2, the incandescent lightning fireworks.
How may I help you today?
Now, we could pick up... how many more? 2 more or something. Well, we still have 3 of the Green Dragon Inns. So we'll get another incandescent. And we'll get one we haven't tried yet, the Soaring Pinwheel, which I'm probably going to regret. But, we got it. Okay. So, the only one we haven't seen is the Soaring Pinwheel. Oh, it's the pinwheel with the sparklers. Okay, I know what that one is. Miss Marcelin and Miss Medriel got that as a permanent gift. So they have one that they can use over and over and over again forever. And we actually have to scroll in for that one. Unlike the others, this is a ground firework. So basically, it's a pinwheel with a bunch of sparklers attached to it that spin when it's lit. It's still better than the Baker one. I'll be honest. The Baker one was very underwhelming. So this would be third. The Baker one would be last place. So still, the Green Dragon Inn and the incandescent lightning fireworks were the clear winners here. With this being third place. Just because it's fun and it kind of reminds me of sparklers we used to play with as kids. And yes, we did play with the sparklers as kids. We were allowed to do that. Our parents would light it and stick it in our hands, and we'd wave it around like we were waving magic wands until they burned out. We were also allowed to light off a few fireworks because we were kind of taught that they were dangerous and there were certain things we should and shouldn't do, like hold them in our hands while they were shooting off. We learned not to do stuff like that. But yeah, I think that is it for today. We have done quite a bit in Galtrev. We got a little bit more to do, but we got most of it done. He certainly helped out a number of people there. And now he's going to head over to Hobbiton and grab the daily quest for the festival and get a few more tokens while he can. Who knows what he'll get? I have no clue, honestly. But let me take a moment to thank everybody that stopped by, for especially to drive-by Victim who popped in to say hi and happy Thursday. And I hope it was a good Thursday for you. And hopefully you're looking forward to the weekend. For everybody who popped in and out or stuck around, didn't say anything, well, also thank you as well. You are also appreciated. Next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. Now, tomorrow, we are going to be continuing Oblivion with my paladin Zara, who has a choice to make. Does she take care of the Oblivion Gate that is near her castle again? Or does she finally go out and track down the Mythic Dawn, try to recover the Amulet of Kings? Duty versus sacred duty. Well, we'll have to find out tomorrow. And then Saturday, we'll be back with more Oblivion. And depending on what she does Friday, well, we'll see what she does Saturday. And if you don't want to miss all the fun, and you haven't already, well, y'all know what to do. All those fun clicky things the website wants you to do. But once again, thank you. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night. Have a fantastic Friday. And until next time, bye for now.
A lovely day, isn't it?